Hey everyone, thank you for joining me live here. We are live at the scene of a shooting here in North Stockton. You can see behind me, evidence technicians have just arrived here at the corner of Hammer Lane and Kelly Drive. You can they found a woman in her 60s down in the roadway there. She was pronounced deceased at the scene. The driver involved, they say, did remain at the scene and was cooperating with the investigation. You can even see right now, looks like a coroner's van is actually pulling up right now near Pacific Avenue and Douglas Road. We'll have much more on this here on SCW News tonight. Reporting live in Stockton, Gabriel Porras, SCW News. We're reporting live from the start and finish of this year's Run and Walk Against Hunger. As you can see behind me, these people are getting ready to run in the 10K and 5K. Festivities have already ran in the different races that have gone on so far today. And even more, of course, they're gathering here. A lot of people, some people are in costume, some people wearing festive hats. But all these people are going to be running to help feed the hungry this morning. And we'll continue to follow updates for you. We'll have more on this on SCW News coming up later. The race here, and we'll continue to keep you live as these people begin to race. Oh, there you go. They just did the countdown, and here come all the racers down on Fremont Street here in Stockton as this Run and Walk Against Hunger begins this year. According to Gabriel Porras live again here from the Run and Walk Against Hunger. Just behind me over here, there are a lot of these participants for the 5K are just starting to get into the, just starting to finish the race here. Now we are joined with Pete Bernardino. You are with the food bank. So can you describe, what went into today, the planning, and how many people you've seen today?
Well, I'll tell you, the planning has been really crucial to make sure this place is a success. We have, for those that need some food that can't afford to deal on a day-to-day basis.
Talking about funding, how much of an impact does this really have on the food bank and the people that you serve?
Well, this is our biggest event.
The attempted robbery happened here on Spyglass Drive in Stockton, an area considered to be the safest part of town, although now it has neighbors on edge. Right next to me are 14,000 pounds of illegal fireworks. This is just a fraction of what they found. Even at this late hour, this stretch of northbound Pacific Avenue between Douglas Road and Benjamin Holt Drive in Stockton is typically packed with commuters, but today all that traffic was detoured because of a fatal vehicle versus pedestrian collision. Officers say that around 5:15 they first responded to a vehicle. It only took one excavator and a water hose to demolish a longtime Stockton home. Stocktonians and neighbors of the Hardingway building tell us that demolition was not the best option.
I think it's a shame. I know the owner of the place. Yeah, I've seen people try to break in. I've called the cops and it took them almost 45 minutes to get out of here. I've seen a guy try to break in the front window there.
I think there's a lot worse places in Stockton that are eyesores. We have property next to us that needs to be painted. There are properties that don't have the yards mowed. There's a lot of small things that could be taken care of without resulting in destruction.
Although representatives with code enforcement in the city say that taking down the building was necessary.
They need to get the permits. There's been liens on the home, and they didn't do that. So that's why in April, we notified them with the intent to demolish the property. Yesterday, the city attorney and code enforcement presented that case to a judge who signed off on the warrant that's leading to the residence being demolished today.
As each portion of the home collapsed, more people gathered near the corner of Hardingway and Baker Street to share memories of the house that gained some popularity from longtime residents. When the lights turned red at a busy Stockton intersection, off-duty firefighters went to work.
Fill the boot!
Instead of putting out fires, these off-duty Stockton firefighters were helping with relief.
So today we're doing a fill the boot for the victims of the campfire. We're going to reach out and make some donations.
For those who donated to the victims of the deadly campfire,
hey, thank you very much, sir. Merry Christmas.
The opportunity to help was meaningful.
I'm glad it's going to help them out.
But for some firefighters, raising funds was just part of completing the assignment.
We were still able to save a house just before the fire reached it.
Greg Mink was dispatched to battle the campfire in Butte County the day it started.
Even guys that have been here for a long time haven't seen something like this.
It was not until 14 days and multiple 24-hour shifts later
hey, thank you very much.
that Mink got to come back.
I need to do something.
According to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in the U.S. Each year, 44,965 Americans die by suicide. She has created social media accounts and has had booths at local events to spread her message.
We're humans. We're all the same, Once we pass away, we're just skeletons. So, we need to come together, and we need to know that it's going to be all right, and we're going to have hardships.
In Stockton, Gabriel Porras,
Text the word HOPE to 916-668-I-CAN.
SCW News. That's why Saturday meant a lot to her, letting victims of assault and community members paint rocks to heal and remind them of emotional rocks in their lives.
Oh, I'm just painting a rock to say you matter, because truly you do matter. What has happened in the past does not define you, but it more of make you and makes the person who you are. So you matter, and that's the rock that I'm doing today.
One of the agencies on scene here today is a women's center offering some free information on some of their free services.
Posted on Facebook and IG and everywhere else to try to get more awareness, because it's a really good thing to bring awareness to, because a lot of people don't know that, you know, what this month is for, or a lot of people aren't aware of all the people, not just women, that are assaulted on a regular basis.
It has been an emotional roller coaster for Tamara Sugatan, but she is thankful for the rocks in her lives who kept her focused and on task
Use the hashtag
to reach her future goals and to help her heal.
I want them to know, victims to know, that there are people in our community that care, that love you, that want to provide healing for you, that they know that it's hard, they know that it's uncomfortable, they know everything that you're feeling. I want them to know that it's going to be okay. You know, and God is great, God is good. You know, this too shall pass. Everything is temporary.
When Angela May first heard about police and hazmat crews filling the parking lot of Stockton's Taft Montessori Elementary School, she was scared.
You know, it drew conclusions that bomb squads don't show up to schools for no reason, and with the recent scares in the media, I know a lot of people have panic.
May lives in the Western Ranch community of South Stockton, neighboring Taft Elementary.
Usually I will get contacted by some random person or some friend or neighbor saying that something's going on. If I happen to be in the area, I might go check it out, just to kind of see exactly what is Stockton PD actually doing in the Western Ranch area, because we've had a very large breakdown in communication.
Yesterday morning, 12 students and one staff member all felt lightheadedness. One student was taken to the hospital, and all have been since reported as being in stable condition.
So when people are getting different answers, it's going to raise panic. People are going to go on social media. They're going to panic even more.
For May, the most troubling part was how the school district handled the incident. She says that rumors and confusion began to spread.
You know, just mixing two different things innocently can cause something. But if we're really just going to say, well, today we're okay, it's okay to come back to school tomorrow. As a parent, I would be worried, well, what was the problem? We don't have answers, and nobody in the community is really happy with that.
District officials declined to comment on camera, but they did send us a statement which read in part, quote, "The health and safety of our students and staff is our #1 priority in Stockton Unified." They continued on to say, "Our classrooms were cleared and reported as safe and healthy for students and employees. Students and staff were allowed to return to their classrooms," end quote. Reporting in Stockton, Gabriel Porras, SCW News.